Raja Haspel is supposed to be on the other end. You there, Raja?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we say welcome once again to your favorite sports calling show here on Reggae Radio, IRIE FM. What's the score? As usual, we go all the way through to 11 o'clock. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1-8 Pineapple Place, Ocho Call 974-3370. And remember, you can share on the program with us by calling the numbers 974-5043, 974-5051, 974-5079, 618-0352. Toll free 888-991-4152. The WhatsApp line is 876-838-2405. You can share with us on the WhatsApp line, as well as you can send us your voice notes. We hear them as we go along through the program. Remember, you can also join us on Zoom. The meeting ID is 824-8919-3303, and the password is 666-266. We say welcome once again to the program. Raja, we kick it off this evening. I understand you were in the West yesterday, man. It's that time when we're still struggling to get back our footing as far as the aftermath of Melissa is concerned. You made the trek to Westmoreland, man.
Yes, certainly. We were in Bethel Town, Eastern Westmoreland, one of the areas where no one appears to remember that they were, in fact, possibly one of the most severely impacted communities in Jamaica in terms of, a direct. Right now, it is claimed that there is the actual ground zero, because it's total destruction in that.
What kind of
community.
emotions went through you when you saw what was in front of you? Because I'm sure, like a lot of people, it's one thing to see the videos, one thing to believe what they have seen in the video, but another thing is to actually be there to experience the whole atmosphere.
Why, Robert, I tell you, I've never ever felt the feeling that I felt on Saturday. It why, I don't even know how to explain, but it's just something that I couldn't come to my senses after a while.
And Kabush, you used to have to draft your lawyer, man.
Yes, I don't even want to say it this time because if I do it, that sound a bit too emotional. but
wait for your lawyer, man. But it is understandable.
I had to.
It is understandable.
I had to because I had to kind of just alter my mind to really come to grips with what I was seeing. To know that I pass in rubbles, and I say family at these rubbles, hanging out clothes. Rubbish, going through the rubble to find to do things. I see people cooking on the outside. I see people. I see decent people full of pride. So shame to be taking a pound of rice or a tin of mackerel. You can't see the pride in the people's face.
Wow.
And these are the things where it depressed me, because a lot of people are out there believing the fallacy that people are misleading and making certain people look bad and these things, and
as I've said in Raja, we were out of electricity. Well, we get back electricity last night in my neck of the woods, but we were out of electricity, and it was so discomforting. It was so, you just can't deal with not having it. And then people, some of them people, not even the roof them don't have. Not even the home them don't have. I can just imagine how them just feel naked. And
Robert, some destruction what I saw in terms of even the utility poles and so on. I cannot see these people getting back electricity unless you bring all the China people come and all the America people who work with Jamaican people. Maybe you can have it for Christmas. But I don't even think it's going to happen. Based off how I say.
But and based on what you have seen, what are the prospects for any sporting activity down them section?
Well, in terms of organized sporting activities, I don't see that happening there. That zone, not for now. not for now at all. I mean, people might have them little, grassroots thing. Man and man pick up two sides to enjoy themselves and so on. But in terms of organized sports, that not look like they're gonna happen for a good while down that side.
And then
Not at all.
the big conversation now across the island, schoolboy football is a big thing, and there's
Yes.
the discussion now as to whether it is going to continue, whether it is going to remain suspended, and there are arguments for and against, and I am sure that whenever ISA makes that decision, they will be getting some beaten left, right, and center.
Any which way.
Whichever way they choose. But you see, what I have come to understand about ISA is that they have always made strong decisions and can defend it. So whichever decision they make, I'm sure, and that is why they're taking so long to really come to the decision. Because when they come to that decision, all the stakeholders will be on board. And in a collective way, yes, of course, some people might not be totally, okay with the decision, but based on how the process was, I am guaranteeing, putting my neck on the block now for ISA, that they will be able to defend in a strong way whichever decision they make, because they usually make good decisions and they usually make the right decision.
I can't help them make a decision still. I feel that the competition should continue. When I look at it, out of the 16 teams that are in the Da Costa Cup, 5 would be the teams that would have had impacted in terms of, damage to their school facility. We're talking about schools like Stets, we have Mannings,
Magati.
we have
Magati,
Cornwall College, maybe the schools in Trelawney, William Nib.
But you see, my thinking about it goes, Roger, goes beyond the schools that have been impacted physically, because you said that about 5 schools or so would have been impacted physically. I would want to think that all 16 will be affected, because it is like a chain reaction, And
I was just speaking specifically about the school infrastructure.
Yeah, and I think the decision will have to be beyond the school infrastructure. I think the competition can continue, but there are some considerations that they will have to take into account, which is what is going to make it a really serious set of analysis and considerations for them to make that decision. But as I said, ISA is a strong organization. They have strong views and they make good decisions where they can stand up and so I have no worry about it.
Yeah, and also remember that at this stage, the venues that the matches will be played will be controlled venues. At this, it's not like when you would have been in the first round when you're all over the place and so on. Now is the time for controlled venues. So you look at the best venues possible to host double headers and so on, and then you trim down as the competition progresses within a good space of time. I feel they should cancel the Champions. I feel that the Champions Cup should be cancelled, and just.
I don't think
the traditional ones.
I don't think if they decide to continue the competition, they will have all the competitions. It is going to be too challenging, and the time that is left, and I think it is going to be too much for all the competitions. But as I said, I feel strongly that they will make the right decision and they will be able to defend it. But remember, they're going to get some beating anyway, and because that is our nature. Because even if ISA do what I want them to do, I will be using the opportunity to cuss them out because that's something else. So I make it look like this. That's how we stay. But we'll be speaking with the president of ISA after the break. So we will get more insights on what the thinking is from ISA. But Roger, the West Indies went out in front in the T20s. Got calaboose in the last game. All 3 games they could have won.
Close.
Very close. But
Yeah.
and then today's game was abandoned
morning.
because of rain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
So New Zealand in the driving seat based on
Right. Them can't lose the series again.
Can't lose the series again. Yeah.
Reggae
So
boys,
West
get
Indies
ready
now have to-
to travel tomorrow to Trinidad. I see people making a big deal about this Trinidad match. I'm not worried about Trinidad match, you know.
What you say?
I don't know why people get in work.
Yes, next week, next week, this time we'll be forgetting about Melissa.
Sure, totally. But some people can't forget about. I mean, we can't forget about it in the heat at the moment when we're excited about qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah,
But
I speak specifically of people who zoom in on sports.
okay, yeah, but right after Tuesday we gone right back to Melissa because Melissa can't come out of our life, right?
No man, it's
a
public
permanent
holiday, man.
structure, you know.
Remember, say public holiday, man. Remember, president set already.
No. I wouldn't call that a precedent. You know.
Remember, the law is not a shackling.
Right, I remember that too. But you have to remember that it's not the first time we're going to be qualifying for the World Cup this time.
Yeah.
Would have gone over that hurdle already. We're just continuing to qualify for the World Cup. But the Trinidad match, I really don't. I really not worried, you know. Right down at Trinidad, we go down, they go give it to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Because them have to expose themselves in the car. They must win, you know.
Yes, they need to win.
So they will expose themselves, and we will just. Yeah.
And also the fact that whatever result that would have happened down there, it still would come
stop
down.
us from qualifying as long as we beat Curacao.
Yes. So
But
that's the situation.
A Trinidad Jamaica matchup when the stakes are high is always an interesting encounter. And don't plan for seeing a pretty football and a nice football.
Oh, you're going to see pretty football.
Just it is a rough and tumble kind of situation. Yeah.
Cat and mouse. You cat and mouse. You just
the fittest of the fittest will survive, and that is why you need the spirit of Jamaica out on that team to play against Trinidad, because they have the same issues too, you know, because we know the tradition is a battle to the end, a blood, a fist fest, blood and fire.
Yeah, man.
All right. So we're going to talk some more about those things, but we're going to the break now. When we come back, we're going to be speaking with the president of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, Mr. Keith Wellington. The program is brought to you courtesy of Formosa Health, modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho-Rios. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation.
The time on IRIE FM is
16 minutes after 9 o'clock.
Kaboom! IRIE! It's your birthday when me check the diary. On the behalf of Mr. Jamaica, I just want to say happy 35 long and strong years with no fears. Cheers! IRIE!
Congratulations, IRIE FM, for celebrating 35 years in the business and being number one, where news and sports are authentic and non-aligned. The Running African School take we from primary right up to university level, with history, geography, current world events, and we get lecturers non-stop from everywhere. We'll always remember the In Search of Our Heroes series and the Sankofa Chad of Queen Crystal's remains, from Seville to Kumasi, Africa. Thanks for the cultural and educational events non-stop. Sunday Sunshine Church have enough members. IRIE Sunday dinner encourage people to eat right, and we can win money, phone cards, and enough gifts legally. You know, gamble. And Filico Sauce, we go to him and her, while What is Scoop and Road to Success tell we all about some people life story. Big up to the younger disc jockeys. Them a go on good, me not lie. But when cutting on the edge, we go raw, undiluted, unapologetic like a stepping razor. And when the matrix touch the wheels of steels, I don't know normal. But for people like me, who been locked in for over 35 years, GT train can't left we. So we say, blessed Earth Strong IRIE FM, we love you from the listening and participating public. Mama Jackie Roots here.
Wake Up Call has never been nicer.
Join the interactive team of Clover J
And DJ Lollipop every Tuesday inside the Wake Up Call for the big bad juggling.
This is how you're juggling Jamaica. Every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Two big bad artists will go head to head. Tune for tune.
Play that song there.
Hits of the hit.
It bumped the bucket. It bumped the bucket.
Come vote for your favorite artist.
What me artist then?
This week in juggling, it's all about loneliness. Who can play the best lonely song?
Lonely won't leave me alone. Lonely won't leave me alone.
Will it be DJ Lollipop or will it be DJ Deva?
Feeling lonely. Now you're gone and left me. I just can't get over. Who will you vote for in
Juggling!
Always expect the unexpected when it comes to clash.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio, IRIE FM. It is what time now? What's after? Timepiece gone. Oh, 20 minutes, 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. We say welcome back to the program. All right, we've been joined now by the president of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, Roger, Mr. Keith Wellington. Mr. Wellington, good evening and welcome, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Robert. Good evening, Roger. I'm
Mr.
good, you know.
Wellington.
Good to hear you after the debacle, courtesy of Miss Melissa. I hear she's Mrs., you know. I hear she's not single.
No, man.
But I'm not.
I think she was searching. So I doubt she's married.
Oh, well. I was hearing like she married. I mean, I said, the husband, a good manage a woman like that. I understand that you've been severely hampered as well at your facility. But I hear you saying that the work has started and you should be back on track in another 8 or 9 months. That sounds like a whole heap of damage.
Yes, we did suffer some significant damage. But life goes on and we have to look forward rather than backward. We have to look at what we have left rather than what we have lost.
I like that one. I like that one, Mr. Wellington.
Why curse the dog when you can write a
what you have
candle?
lost.
Right.
Man, why curse the light? Why curse the darkness when you can light a candle?
Absolutely, and it says it takes there's a songwriter that says it takes just one little flick of light to light the entire world of darkness.
Wow, what a philosophical way to look at it. I like it. I like it.
And just before we go into the conversation, I want to let Jamaica know that the biggest traffic jam anywhere in the world now is through Santa Cruz.
True, Roger.
Seriously.
Absolutely true.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story. On Saturday night, I was coming out back, and it took me 4 hours and 45 minutes from middle quarters to Santa Cruz.
Yeah, man, that's true. My wife.
And we're talking about 2 lanes going up, gangster driving.
That's normally a 15 minutes drive. That's normally a 15 minutes drive.
Yeah. Yes. Serious thing.
And it's not because it has become a tourist attraction, but people just want to.
Well, that is a part of it too, Robert. Because the truth is, a lot of sightseeing is taking place. Tomorrow is 2 weeks, and I went into Santa Cruz twice. And I went to Black River once last week, Thursday night, I think. I've tried to stay off the road as much as possible because it's... I know that many persons are on the road trying to share care, but there are also many persons who are basically out there trying to see what it looks like. Yeah. And that is causing mayhem.
Yeah, because when you look at some of the videos, Mr. Wellington, it would attract the interest of people because it's like you just can't believe what. So you want to go and see it for yourself.
Yeah,
and that is why you have so much people down there. At the same time, schoolboy football is a big issue in Jamaica and is a major talking point at this time because the debate is continuing as to whether it should continue, whether it should end, whether it should should be truncated, whatever. So we want you to tell us where it is at the moment and where, because you've been having meetings with your stakeholders. Where are we as we speak now as far as schoolboy football 2025 is concerned?
All right, so just to go back a little to the discussion you and Roger were having. So it's actually 6 schools of the 16 that are left in the Doncaster Cup that has had significant damage. Well, had been impacted by the hurricane directly. So it's States, Magati, Mannings, Malden, William Nib and Cornwall.
Okay.
So those are the 6 teams left in the Doncaster Cup who have had significant impact from Melissa.
Direct impact.
Right. In terms of where we are today, tomorrow would mark what 2 weeks since the passing of Melissa, and it will be what 3 weeks since on Wednesday. It will be 3 weeks since the last schoolboy football game of the season to date, and we've had quite a few persons asking, inquiring what our intentions where the competition is concerned, not least of which are the schools that are involved and that are left in the competition. So we started the process of deliberation last Friday, meeting with our various stakeholders, which would initially the discussion would start amongst the football committee at ISA, which is the Doncaster Cup, Manning Cup chairman, as well as junior football and girls football chairman, as well amongst meeting with the president and the vice president, as well as the competitions officer. Then we moved into the broader executive to have the discussions. We met with the 6 schools named before, and then met with the 16 schools involved in rural football, because for the most part, the urban schools have not been affected significantly. Right, so we met with the Doncaster Cup schools essentially, and we also would have met with our sponsors. There are a couple meetings left for us to conclude our deliberations and determine what step we take next.
Any indication in a general way as to which direction the stakeholders at this point are leaning?
For the most part, the stakeholders want to see football, want to see the students engaged in competitions. The details as to the variances in terms of opinions as to how and when and what, I'm not at liberty to discuss right now. But in a few days we should be able to share where the thoughts are going forward.
Are you aware, Mr. Wellington, that on whichever side the decision comes down, you're going to have to be defending it?
Yeah, man. Obviously, that is why you have organizational leadership, because if you allow everybody to make the decision, you won't have a decision.
So true.
So we will, whatever decision we make, what I can assure you, it will be the decision that we think is in the best interest of the student athletes, and also in keeping with the interests of the school and the community, and will I think eventually redound to the benefit of the country, whatever that decision is.
You have
We're not going to make a decision.
Yes. I was saying that you would have had a template in terms of how to deal with a truncated competition. We're talking about that COVID era where you find some way to get in games and got it completed in January.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain that this would have been one of the thoughts in terms of looking at the template as well. Not that I'm asking you to give away anything, but I'm certain that this would have been a template that you guys would have looked at.
Yeah, man. You learn from experiences, and you go back to those experiences to make your decisions. That's how good decisions are made. So they are made based on experiences and fact, and not necessarily feelings. So we will look at what has happened in the past. I remember when we made a decision to cancel champs in 2019, we got a lot of stock. And when we decided to resume, we also had
Exactly.
criticism. As a matter of fact, champs was the first competition of its type anywhere in the world to be staged, and it was done successfully. So we are not afraid of making big decisions and making decisions that may not be readily seen by
Accepted,
others
yes.
as being the best decision. But we make our decisions based on principle, based on facts, and based on information that we have available to us. And so the deliberations that we are having includes data gathering. We're not meeting with people to tell them what we want to do. We have met with these stakeholders to hear from them what are their circumstances, what are the information that would be relevant to making a decision of this nature. And obviously they have an opinion of their own that they want to share, but we ask them to share those opinions. We ask them to give the basis on which those opinions are formed.
And there's also the template of 1988 when, well, the destruction might not would have been that devastating. But Gilbert was an island-wide hurricane that really devastated Jamaica back then. But the competition also continued.
Yes.
You have all those templates as well to say.
And there was another occasion
and there was more than 16
when the
teams
competition was
those times.
about it too. I don't remember which year, but you know. So you have a lot of templates.
97 or so, yeah.
Yeah, a
Or
lot of
98,
templates
one
to
of them,
work from, Mr. But a lot of nuances would be a part of the overall circumstance here, because there's the issue of no light, there's the issue of no water, there's so many issues. There's the issue of mental stress, and these players probably would have had family members disadvantaged, homeless, and all that sort of, and I am sure all of that would be a part of your decision, Mr. Wellington.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We have to factor in all of those things. You have to factor in, you have to ask, and you have to hear from the stakeholders what sort of impact those situations are having on them, what impact would playing or not playing football have on them, whether it's playing and being negative or not playing and being positive. All of those, as I said before, are data and information that will guide the decision-making process. And that is why we didn't just get up and say, look here, schools, we want to start at X time or Y time, and we expect you to be ready to play. We have not done that. What we have done is to have the discussions with them, find out what is it they think and what is the situation that will help them to do what they want to do, or will prevent them from doing what they would want to do.
All right, just hang on a minute, Mr. Wellington. We have a few more questions for you, but we're heading into a break and then we come right back to you. The program is brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. We go to another break.
Western Jamaica. When you're looking for quality, reliable, and affordable auto parts for your BMW, Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Suzuki, and Mitsubishi, your destination is Reliance Auto Parts and Accessories, 22 Bedford Street, Savannah, Lamar, Westmoreland. The time by Reliance Auto Parts and Accessories is
9:31.
This is a national call for nurse volunteers. Jamaica must recover after Hurricane Melissa. Our communities must heal. If you're a licensed registered nurse, enrolled assistant nurse, or registered midwife, your skills can make a life-saving difference. Join the recovery effort. Contact the Health Emergency Operations Center at 8881-LOVE. That's 888-6653, or visit moh.gov.jm to sign up today. Let's heal together. Let's rebuild together. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Good day. I'm Dr. Parchment from Talzaurus Limited, and I'm here to congratulate IRIE FM on an excellent 35 years in business. We've been working with IRIE FM for over 15 years now, and in those 15 years, they've always went above and beyond, not only for us, but also for their listeners. So I'm here to congratulate them again on an excellent 35 years. and we're looking to see what they have left in store for us.
Big things are in store for another highly anticipated and exciting schoolboy football season when the nation's best under 19 players will all be on show between September and December 2025. Defending Eastern Manny Cup champions Kingston College, the Costa Cup champions Gav Masia, and Champions Cup winners Glenmuir are all bracing for what promises to be a fierce challenge from their rivals. Once again, the People's Station IRIE FM will present schoolboy football roundup in our major sports report during live at 5:45. The Easter Schoolboy Football Roundup on IRIE FM comes to you courtesy of
Top Score Records promoting Apollo J single, Section 8, available on all platforms. Follow him at Top Score Records JA and at Apollo J on all social media platforms.
Me drop out of school, CXC me never pass. Every job me look, them tell me get lost. If me never shoot on count, I go hustle on a stall. I could have been a hitman selling body to the morgue. Struggling is my way now.
One Balance promoting single, Families Forever on all platforms. Follow him on IG at I Am Balance and at tiktok.com/@IamBalance1876 for info.
Is for a time, but families forever.
I have to take it and then go back to
Sun Save, Solar Limited, brightening Jamaica, one house at a time, 170 Main Street, Ocho Rios. Call 727-4139. Reggae Virus Remix, Chesedek albums on digital platforms and compact disc. Reggae Virus and Chesedek albums. Tad's Record, the ultimate reggae experience. Massive auto parts and car sales. Link us first. Pineapple Ocho Rios 876-298-6413. We got you covered.
Tad's Record promoting Jamaica 63 compilation. George Nooks, Little Green Apples. Available on compact disc. Tad's Record, George Nooks, the ultimate reggae experience.
Garden make little green apples. It don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime.
Falmouth Chicken. Looking for scrumptious food? Falmouth Chicken is simply the best in Western Jamaica. Vibes, pizza, wow!
Tad's Records promoting Diamond in the Rough singer Glenn Washington's album, Just Giving Thanks. Glenn Washington, Tad's Record, the ultimate reggae experience.
Oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling we've got. Such a high feeling. I really love you a lot now, baby.
iMuse by Jules. Let iMuse elevate your digital lifestyle. Call us now at 876-587-6767. Queen Kamarla promoting Single Protected on all platforms. Follow her on IG at Queen_Kamarla_the_baddest and YouTube at Queen Kamarla Official 1983.
Protect me up, mind, body and soul. Father God, you're in full control. Protect me from the ones that might fake it. While behind me back, feel me life, they might take it.
All Star Cut promoting Ginger's single Propose. Available on Spotify, Apple Music and all platforms. Follow him at Ginger, the reggae soul man. IG and TikTok.
You deserve everything. Wedding dress, diamond ring. So let me propose.
Steve Gong Production presents Well Wet Rhythm with Sean Paul, Chronic Law, Ginger, Too Heartless Me and more. Out October 3, 2025.
Little and pretty one for see you every minute. Till me even want to miss your phone call. I make a check for charge every minute. Anytime she get a visit, so me have to keep going on my phone charge.
Thames Music and Afro World Music Live promoting Terry Gaines' newest single, We Rise, available on all digital platforms. Instagram at The Real Outlaw Terry Gaines.
We rise, don't be victimized. You're still alive. Hey, to survive.
Boss
Escobel Hardware, Stuart Townsend Mary for all your building supplies and more. Call 876-810-6978 where every day is a sale day.
Skymar Building Supplies and Hardware, Highgate St. Mary, open every day. Call Skymar 876-724-1890.
Tad's Record promoting Ezron's new single, Holding On, available on all digital platforms worldwide. Ezron and Tad's Record, the ultimate reggae experience.
Holding on, patiently till things get better. Holding on.
That's Schoolboy Football Roundup in our daily major sport report. During live at 5:45 on the nation's number one, IRIE FM.
The time on IRIE FM is
9:38. We say welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE FM. Just want to say good night to those watching us on YouTube. Clive is saying Mr. Wellington is a man that will help to make the best decision for the children. He reasoned well when I sat beside him at the last boys' game. So like one of your fans, Mr. Wellington. And Ron Johnson from Atlas says he's clocked in and watching. Andrew says good night to Jamaica, stay strong. And Cohen said, that's Owen from, I think Owen is from Mandeville. Yes, he says he's just checking in. All right, I think we have a voice note that we're going to be playing before we go back to Mr. Wellington. Let us have the voice note with, and then we go right back to Mr. Wellington.
Good night, Team IRIE, and good night to all the listeners. Well, I just want to big up West Indies and the performance in the T20 5-match series against New Zealand. Well, they don't get to play the fourth one to have a chance to level the series 2-2. But coming tomorrow, I feel that they're going to win. A win for them tomorrow will be very good, because they cannot win the series again, so they can go make it 2-2 at this time to scare it off. And so far, West Indies have played very well. A scale of 10, I would give them 8 for the performance, and I could even give them 9 too. But there are a little bit of glitches there and there they got to work on. But overall, the performance was 100% good so far. In spite the last 2 of the matches by a close margin, a little bit more batting effort and they could win, but nevertheless, they lose. But, the performance was good. They tried. So I just want to big them up. I just want to big up Mount Pleasant also. Top of Whitmore, big up yourself. Coaching staff, players, just big up on yourself. Ron Johnson from Atlas Motorists.
All right, bless up, Sir Ron. Yes, Mr. Wellington, back with you. Thanks.
Before Mr. Wellington come in, if you want to support a winning cricket team, you just support States, right, Mr. Wellington? You look like
yes, brother, you'll be guaranteed happiness.
Yes. and one more thing. Bearing in mind that word is on the street, that your noble institution looks as if they are the firm favorites to win the cup. If it was up to you alone.
You mean the schoolboy football? Dakota Cup?
Yeah.
No comment.
You're not commenting, Mr. Wellington. So, Roger, so much so.
I know it's up to you alone, man.
So much so, Roger, that the boys were in camp when the hurricane blew. Right or wrong, Mr. Wellington?
Robert, that part of our our thing as a school is that we're a family and we take care of our people.
I love that, Mr.
Many of them,
Wellington.
they were there for safety purposes.
Oh, okay, good. I hear you. But let me ask you this question, Mr. Wellington. There was a report that came out today that the schoolboy football competition would resume in late November. That would mean it would be in another 2 weeks. Is there what level of authenticity would you put to this report?
So I don't know where the reporter got his or her information from, but obviously, as I said, that we would have had a number of meetings with a number of stakeholders, and I think the Jamaican proverbs that, or the Jamaican saying that anything more than one person knows
is not a secret.
Is not a secret. So the discussions would have included possible resumption, possible timeline for resumption. I won't say if what was said by the reporter is what we are actually thinking, but the discussions include a possible timeline for resumption.
And there's another proverb that says, if it not go so, it nearly go so.
Well, I don't believe in hearsay, so I don't make those type.
Another one, Mr. Wellington. Is there any part of the discussion that indicates that the Manning Cup, which is really to a large extent directly affected by the hurricane, could go ahead and the DaCosta Cup competition aborted?
As I said to you earlier in our discussions, the purpose of the deliberations is to look at all the facts, all the data, all the suggestions, all the recommendations. Generally, if you hear something being said on the street or go into a meeting, it is likely that what is being said will come up in the meetings. So yes, that idea would have been, I don't want to say it was discussed, but it is something that obviously would have been mentioned as one of the options that we probably should look at.
But that wouldn't be a fair option, though. Bearing in mind that at the end of the day, you still would look for one champion at the end of the year in terms of
the truth is, Roger. The truth is that the truth is that the discussions that we are having, I think I said it before that there is the feeling that we should allow the youngsters to play, but it is not necessarily, the discussion hasn't focused on the importance of identifying a champion school in schoolboy football, Manning or DaCosta Cup. The discussion has been around what is the value to the young people, to the school, to the community of allowing them to play or not to play. So that is where the discussion. So the truth is that we don't believe that it is important to determine who wins the Manning or DaCosta Cup this year. That is not where the discussion is centered right now.
Well, if we were to
what about the thought that if school can open, extracurricular activities should go on, because extracurricular activities is a part of school.
Well, I tell you what, Roger. In these circumstances, the idea from from many of our principals is that school now, the importance of school now is a lot more than academic pursuits. It is more about, especially in the areas that have been affected, school now has to be seen as a safe space that our students can go to feel reassured, to feel comfortable, to find ways to access the various social services. And so reopening of school, when we're talking about reopening of school now, we are talking about school being used as a tool to get our young people to re-engage, to refocus, to get their minds away from the stresses that the adults have as it relates to how are they going to cope with the financial demands that the losses are now causing them. So you're right in saying that quote unquote, if school opens, and I know you're saying that in the traditional sense of school being that space for academic learning and academic rigor. I don't even think that that is important, except in maybe for those students who are at the terminating level where they need the subjects for qualifications and so on. But I think generally speaking, for us as principals in Western Jamaica, we want to be in a position to open our doors to our students so that those who are at home can't get a good night rest because there's no roof over their head, or can't get a good meal because nothing is at home, nothing is in the community. We want to open our doors so that those students can come in and feel comforted, can access a hot meal for lunch, can find somewhere to sit and rest, can find internet to use, because we know how important that is to our kids. So
Definitely.
the academic part of it is important, very, very important.
But it's
So
not
I'm
the
not
most important
underplaying
thing
it.
right now.
But right now, the human development, the mind, satisfying them in terms of getting them comfortable, and we think sports play an important part in that process.
Well,
So I think that is the sort of thinking we're having in our discussions, and that is why I said that for us it is not even important who goes on to win the Man or the Acosta Cup right now.
Well, one thing I take away from this conversation, Mr. Wellington, is that ISA is not planning to abort schoolboy football, because at no stage in this conversation did you mention that. You are trying to find ways to have the competition continue. Great.
Absolutely.
So schoolboy
We're not
football
trying
will
to.
continue, but
Well,
it's just to
I
dot the
can't
I's
say it
and
will
cross the
continue.
T's.
We are not planning to abort it, but I cannot tell you that it will
continue.
It will continue. But if there's any opportunity at all for it to continue, it is an option that we are willing to take. And based on the deliberations, it's an option that many of our schools want us to take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wellington. Always a pleasure speaking with you, sir. And as I said, whichever way the decision is made, ISA, as I know ISA, will be standing firm and can defend the decision that has been taken. Thanks again for speaking with us, sir. All the best.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Roger.
Okay.
All right, sir. Wellington.
Very good.
All right. So, it is now 9:50. I think we have a quick break. Let's go to the break and come back.
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation.
The time on IRIE FM is
10 minutes going up to 10 o'clock. And who do we have now? We're going to be speaking with some of the coaches in the schoolboy football competition. We should be speaking with Vassal Reynolds. He is the coach of Kingston College, the defending champions. We also should have Vernon Peterkin, coach of the Ocho High School team. Gentlemen, good evening. Who we have there?
Good evening, Robert.
They sound like Vassal.
Yeah, man.
Good evening, Robert.
Yes, Peterkin, how you do?
Evening, bless.
Good, man.
Good. All right. So we just had a conversation with Mr. Wellington, the president.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, man, the president of ISA. And Hector Wright is on as well, the coach of Cornwall College. Hecky, good evening. How you do? When are you, Hecky? Hector Wright, greetings.
Yeah, speaking, but it's very low enough.
All right, we engineers will sort out the thing properly. All right, let us start with Peterkin. And as I was saying, we were talking with Mr. Wellington earlier. The indication coming from the conversation with Mr. Wellington is that they are going to be doing their best to have the competition continuing. They have not made any decision one way or the other as yet, but it sounds like they want to have it continued for not just footballing reasons and to find a champion. Peterkin, how are you preparing your athletes, your players now, in case there's a competition to continue? Where are you?
Well, to be honest, we had a meeting yesterday, and fortunately, the light came back to the school last night, so the boys are on the dorm today, finally. So today we just did a fitness test just to see where they're at, and try to make them feel a bit more happy and, you know what I mean, get the unity back and the chemistry back with them. So that's what we're going to start to do tomorrow. You know what I mean? The fitness isn't bad because, you know, it was about 2 weeks of no training. So the boy, fitness is a bit, it would start to go down anytime now, but it's at a place where we're not too, we're happy with. Getting them back on the dorm where we could get them to eat food regularly, you know, football we talk about, and them don't necessarily have the best, you know what I mean, financial situation. So getting them to have nutritious meals again, 3 times a day and stuff like that. So we're taking it like a step at a time, and, you know, if the game should continue next week, Saturday, we think that we will be ready to continue.
How was your infrastructure impacted?
Well, fortunately for us in Ontario, the school had no damages. At Draxall where we train, the venue is still intact. You know what I mean? We're fortunate for that. Just the light post, a bit, I mean, lean a little bit and stuff like that, but the venue is okay. But, you know, some of the players, though, however, they have different house structures, so everybody have a different experience during the time, and some roof come off. I mean, you have a situation where the players are on the roof trying to get it in down the storm and stuff like that. So, not bad like those in Western Jamaica, though, kind of down here is a bit different, you know. So, we have to see that we are beach fortunate.
All right, that means that means we should head to the West End and talk to Hector before we go to Vassal. Hector, how things with your players down that side?
Hello?
Yeah, how things with your school and the players as far as if the competition is to continue. How are things with you?
Well, we had sent out a little training program for the guys to really follow until they're able to to get back on dorm or get back in camp. You know, the school plan a little cleanup program on Wednesday, which they have volunteers and old boys or parents and even players. If you can come in and help with the whole cleanup program. So I would say as long as the guys follow the program that we had sent out to them, they should be all right. I think it took them about 21 days to really lose, whatever conditions they had, before the competition was postponed. So they should be all right.
Okay.
Once you start, get back into camp.
But individually, how are they in terms of damages and so on?
Well, I spoke to a few of them, apart from the fact that they don't. I mean, these boys, to be honest with you, they don't really, if they're not able to get on their phone and communicate, they don't really pay attention to other things. So I think apart from the fact they're not, able to communicate on a daily basis, anything else I think, is okay. Family-wise and, in terms of whatever damages they have, they have suffered during the hurricane or, after.
All right, so Vassal, things pretty smooth over your side in Kingston, like not never happen up there, so you should be up and running.
Well, it's more or less physically in the Kingston area. We're okay and was okay after the storm. But as you know, there's a lot of connectivity in terms of relatives and friends and close alibis with people in the West. So, a lot of family relationships, etc. So from a psychological point of view, we are in a state of feeling the pain of relatives and friends out in the West, So, what I did the weekend after the storm, we were communicating as a team, but I wanted to see my boys. I wanted to speak to them in terms of us being very fortunate, to be out and because it could have been worse. I mean, when you look at things and just meet together to build this spirit and to give best wishes to people out in the West at that time. And then the following week, which was last week, we did scale down the training somewhat, but we were engaging a few days in the week, just to keep them up and to keep the spirit and to get them out and just to speak about what would have happened and to think how can we lend a hand out into our compatriots and friends and families in the West. So that's how we would have been going about it. So yes, we are back at training, but not full throttle. But we have been engaging the boys over the past couple of days.
If it's up to you alone, Mr. Reynolds, what would be your decision and why?
Well, rather, it's clearly, and everybody would understand that from a Manning Cup point of view, things would have been fair to find to restart in the next couple of days, I would think. But one has to look at, the resources being put together to lend a hand out in the West. I mean, a lot of the resources have been shipping out to the West. A lot of persons have been getting personally involvement in terms of assisting friends and family in the West. So from that point of view, there are other stuff that people are thinking about during after the aftermath after the hurricane. Clearly, again, it's a bigger challenge for the Dakar Cup. Where it pains me though is when one recognizes that there are a couple of teams that are not able to connect with some of the players as yet. Over a week ago, and that in itself, give you a particular feeling. I certainly would not want to see the Manning Cup play and leaving the Dakar Cup behind. I would think that you would want to have both competitions if you are going to have it. It's very difficult for us to be in the East playing and the West not involved. But when I listen to all the logistics, when I do my connection, when I speak to the coaches, when I speak to some of the players and parents, it sounded as if the principals or the stakeholders that are closely connected to those Dakar Cup team feel that from a psychological spirit building and psychological relief, it might be a good attempt to restart. But then you look at the humanity of stuff and you wonder if some of the boys are in the right state and whether or not it would be a beneficial thing. So it's a difficult call.
Yeah,
Very
difficult.
And that's why I had said initially that I'm prepared to accept whatever decision Mr. takes.
I want to ask Hector that same question too. If it is up to you alone, what
That's exactly
decision?
what I was about to ask him.
Yeah. Hector?
Not hearing Hector, right? All right. Let us see. Maybe I'm not seeing him, and maybe we have lost him. All right, but we check back. But in the meantime, Peter Kane, if the decision was left to you, where would you be heading now in terms of having the competition continued or aborted, and why?
Me, the only issue is what the teams that are mostly affected are saying, because to speak from my perspective only, that would be sad. And what I'll say, based on what I'm hearing, Clarendon teams are okay, and team in Centon is okay, and then teams in St. Catharines is also okay. But so then, for me, it's what the teams in the West say. If they don't want to play, then that's where the challenges are. One, because we're not in the West. Because we're not in the West, I cannot give like an assessment of the player's mind, and we see the situation on the little videos that we see on pictures, yes, but to speak of their mental state and stuff, I cannot speak on that. So so it's difficult for me to say play football because I'm not aware of the mindset of the players and the teams and coaches and the community. You know what I mean?
So you're saying, Peter King, that you're going to do what the West say?
Yes.
Oh,
so if the West say football, he's ready. You understand? Because they are the ones who are massively affected. Also, sometimes you hear people say no football, and I get why them say no football, but looking at the negative, we should also look at the positive side
Mm.
of football, you know. When the boys came in earlier today and to see everybody and the camaraderie and you know, them telling them stories and yeah, I'm gonna make you know so him not eat 3 days now, 2 days now.
Oh Lord.
You know,
Wow.
you realize now that being even back with the team and can, you know, eat consistently, you find that there are also other positives to the football, you know. So just to say not to play now is a bit tricky. You know, so once the West is saying, what if the players in West feels like this is the only thing going good for them mentally? What if, you know, what if them being on the dorm is the perfect environment for change? You know, food, this, that mentality, and to see some from a positive. So we can't really look at the football like, say, boy, you know, I do some boy run up and down football, you know. It's bigger than just kicking the ball.
More than that.
You know what I mean? Yes, man.
Hector Wright is back with us. Hector, the question is, if you were asked to make the call, continue the competition or to abort it, where would you be sitting? Eki? Like we lose him back again. I know we had lost him, but we had regained the contact, but like him gone again. All right, but all right, until we get back Eki on the line. So Vassal, it is a catch-22 situation, but and as you said that whichever decision is made, you will work with it. But in terms of your players and the fact that they were out for how are they in terms of fitness though?
They're not bad. Clearly, I mean, clearly after breaking the momentum for over a week and a half, they're about. No matter how you look at it, I know when I look at them and when we do our assessment, eye test and otherwise, clearly they would have lost some pep. After this time, we could not have continued at the same throttle we were before this time, and so it's about getting them back out and try to get them back up as quickly and be mindful that it takes a little bit of time again. But we are not too bad. I would think, but would require but maybe 6-8 days to get them up to anywhere near where they were.
Okay. Peter King, final question for you. Regarding the time when the competition will restart, if it does, what is going to be your plan from here on to that time, especially against the background that you're not sure exactly when the restart will come?
Well, the two dates were proposed. If I'm not mistaken, the 20th, 21st summer there. Based on that, we fortunate for us, we did an assessment today, and we find that chemistry is a bit down, but we also found that fitness is bad. And that coach is saying that the sharpness and the momentum is not there. So more focusing on keeping what is good, and what needs to be better, trying to get that standard up and to see where it takes us. The storm kind of tricky. You don't know how they're going to respond in the games moving forward. You know what I mean? Meaning each teams will be playing for different reasons now.
Right.
Based on the storm and stuff like that. So now it's like a moment that we have never experienced. So now it's a bit, put it out, there's a move with faith and hope. You know what I mean? And as Wellington said before, it's not about to win again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's about football winning now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about football winning now. You know what I mean? So I can't even really say, hey, going for the title because it's more about
All right, Vernon Peterkin, Veron Peterkin. Thank you so very much, man. We got back Hector, right? Hector, you back with us? No. All right. So Vasarenas, couldn't have had you here without congratulating you on your new appointment as a new coach of Harborview. Congratulations on the appointment. How has it been so far?
Thank you very much, sir. It has been going on very well so far, I would think. Week and plus since I'm there. We have been treading a kind of
I would think.
Introductory philosophy that we want to impart to the team as a coaching staff, and I thought that so far we would have, very pleased with what we would have seen. After a week plus of training, we would have played a friendly game yesterday just to make an assessment based on the level of improvement or
a friendly. You played match yesterday. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
So one of the things are going on Kingston, man.
Yeah, man. One of the things, Robert, and I heard Coach Peter King mention it. I mean, going forward, where the football is concerned, both on a school level and a club level, now, it's about mental test and mental capacity as to because most teams will be kind of a rusty with the resumption of the various leagues and competition. Nothing beats games, no matter how you train, nothing beats game, because when it's a game, it requires a lot more out of you physically and mentally. So that's what I know. That's what we found out over the past couple of days. And so if you are really, really setting up yourself for a resumption of a league, you have to get back the team up as quickly as possible from a match sharpness point of view. And so so we had to go there, and a couple of the teams back this side have been engaging themselves in terms of practice games, etc. And so that's what we would have done over the weekend. So it's going on pretty good so far. Clearly, we have a lot of work to do, 12 in the league, and so it's going to take a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline. But we would have, as a coaching staff, very satisfied with the response of the team so far.
As we speak about resumption of football in the schoolboy competition, the Premier League is also to resume. We had heard that it would be mid-November, but it's 2 weeks now since no football. What you see down the road in terms of the Premier League resuming? Any word on that as it from an administrative perspective?
Well, I would have heard too that it's within a week and a half time. No confirmation. Clearly, the consideration now is given to a Mobile United and a Treasure Beach who would have suffered, would have experienced a severe impact. One has to take both clubs into consideration and what they are going through in terms of their recovery process. But I would think resuming in the next week and a half, there's still time to restructure in terms of the scheduling and catch up. We used to have double headers on a Sunday, double headers on a Monday. Maybe for a week or two, they may include another day in the week where you have double headers, and within 2.5 weeks, if you do that, then you can catch up. But it is imperative that from a national point of view, in terms of the contribution of the Premier League to the selection of the various national teams, that you have some football playing at that level, going to be very important.
So you're saying that it is going to be important that the Premier League, considering that the Premier League is not schoolboy football, it is more a big business. So the more effort is needed to have it restarted, do you think?
Most definitely. All
right. Vasarenas, thank you very much for speaking with us, man. Yeah, I think we've been rejoined now by Hector, right? Hector, you there? Yeah, man, good. Because we were asking you the question about the schoolboy competition and where you sit as far as restarting the competition. If it was put to you, where would you be in terms of restarting or aborting? And the reasons?
Yeah, man, definitely a restart. Definitely a restart. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to take away that from the boys. I mean, they're putting a lot of hard work, from, pre-season, before July, going into July. And, I'm pretty sure they would want to end their season, on a high. So, I mean, restarting the commission, is always, I would say a yes for me.
So how will you be engaging your guys now from here on to when it restarts?
It's just to get in terms of the mental part of them, back to where it was. I mean, at the postponement, they were just starting to build that chemistry. Playing, very good as a team. Putting in a lot of hard work, and so I mean, it's just to get them back to get them back to that mindset, to continue where they have left off.
And
is it a case?
Yeah, go ahead.
A case that do you have your team in camp or what? At this moment?
No, they are not in. Presently, they are not in camp because there has been a lot of damages. I mean, after the hurricane that to the school. Campus itself. So, I mean, on Wednesday, I think this Wednesday, we should be coming together, as I would say, as a school, all boys, present students, teachers, parents, we should be coming together this Wednesday to see how best we can start the cleanup process. So I'm pretty sure after that, they should be able to get back in camp.
And Cornwall College is Cornwall College, this dominant team down that side from way back when. So a lot of history and tradition surrounds your team. So, I mean, they would definitely want to be playing football. And as a football man yourself, you would definitely want to see football being played. Well,
yes, man. Because I mean, as a past player, and as somebody who consider myself, you always be a rival with Carroll College players for everybody. I've always told my players that once you come up against Carroll College, it's always a battle. So they must always expect that when they come up against different opposition.
Definitely.
So they know the issue of Cornwall College, and they know that once they step out on the football field and represent Cornwall, they have to do that to the best of their ability. So I'm pretty sure that is in mind. So they should be all right.
And I'm sure in your head, as it is now, and based on what you have said, it is the most important thing right now is not to win the title, but to have the players participating and engaging in football.
Yes, man. Yeah, because my squad, overall, my squad is a pretty young one. Because majority of my players, is still able to play in the under 16 competition. It is always good for them to just keep playing, to get as much experience as they can, to take them forward. I mean, I'm pretty sure a year or 2 years after now, they should be fully material, playing in the Doncaster Cup competition.
Great. Hector Wright, a pleasure speaking with you, man. Thanks again for coming on at short notice. And
man. Thanks for having me.
Give thanks. Okay.
No problem.
All right, so we're heading into another break now. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ojo. Call 974-3370. We head to the break. We're not having
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation.
The time on IRIE FM is
16 minutes after 10.
On a A, on a B, but a CC Holy Bulla so nice. On a A, on a B.
That's right, CC Holy Bulla so nice.
Wake Up Call has never been nicer.
Join the interactive team of Clover J
and DJ Lollipop every Tuesday inside the Wake Up Call for the Big Bad Juggling.
This is how you juggle in Jamaica. Every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. two big bad artists will go head to head. Tune for tune.
Play that song there.
Hits of the hit.
It bumped the buckets. It bumped the buckets. Come vote for your favorite artist.
What me artist then?
This week in juggling, it's all about loneliness. Who can play the best lonely song?
Lonely won't leave me alone. Lonely won't leave me alone.
Will it be DJ Lollipop or will it be DJ Deva?
Feeling lonely, now you're gone and left me. I just can't get over.
Who will will you vote for in
Juggling!
Always expect the unexpected when it comes to clash.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE FM. Okay, 17 minutes after 10 o'clock, and remember the numbers to call. 974-5043, 974-5051, 974-5051, 974-5079, 618-0352, and the toll free, it's 888-991-4152. And the WhatsApp line is 876-838-2405. I don't know which direction my producer is taking me now, Raja.
Well, you get the feeling, Robert, that could be a consensus among the coaches that they need the football to be played.
I get the feeling that they all want it to be played.
Okay.
But then again, the coaches will be biased towards football still, you know.
Yeah.
Understandably so. I don't think there's any dissenting voice from a coach's perspective. And I remember, you know, the coaches have the interests of the players at heart, and in their mind, the remedy for what is happening right now is playing football. So
Yes.
the coaches will want to have football being played. And I think the whole football fraternity, as a matter of fact, would want it to be that way. So, but Issa now will have to be looking at other nuances and, you know, other things before making that decision. Because that is the decision that is going to be made.
The decision, you know, it is critical because we need to know if we're going to have Christmas schoolboy football.
You say Christmas?
You know?
Look like we're going to have Christmas. It look like no Christmas will go on.
Well, let us see.
Want to big up our viewers from, where is this, Virginia, Atlanta, and of course those in Jamaica as well. All right. Mr. Producer, talk to me now, man. I don't know which direction we're going now. Where we have voice notes, we have take some calls, or we have other guests. I remember that thing with Pioneer that was supposed to have been held on November 2. Yeah,
yes,
that big thing up at up where the place name again?
Waterland,
man, up that place. We're hoping to join Pioneer, tell us what's going to be happening with that, because he wasn't able to keep it on that day. That was on November 2. And it was a nice birthday time for me, but Melissa decides that she had other plans.
Happy belated, man. Happy belated again. His Majesty crowning.
Yes, man. We had the Majesty share birthday. Not birthday, a special day. Yeah.
Special day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still don't see my producer. Him not talking to me. My producer. Him not talking to me.
I remember now that the schoolboy football also has the component of the under 16 and the under 14s. So all these decisions as well, you know, would have to take into consideration. Who are the under 14 boys? Everybody ready? I mean, we're talking about we're gonna go back island wide now for these competitions, because you know it will be starting from scratch. So those in Hanover and Westmoreland and, you know, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney. Are those schools ready for their under 14 and under 16 teams to roll out and participate in those competitions?
Why?
You know,
I guess they're going to scale it down as much as possible. So maybe those those competitions might not take place. All right, we're going to see if we can find Pioneer now to find out what's happening with that event. I think we have him on the line. Pioneer, greetings.
Good evening, man. Good evening. Your reception is a little low coming through my phone, though, Robert.
Well, we're hearing it loud and clear. I don't know if the tech app can give me a little more juice on my thing here. But the November 2, big November 2 splash never happened at all, boy. But you couldn't do nothing about that.
Yeah, as I heard you just saying, Melissa had other plans.
She had other plans, man. She not easy, man.
Yeah, she intervened. She wanted to crash the party.
Yeah, man, under that, but I was very successful in doing that. But guess what? Yeah. I don't think she can come back here, So when is the new date?
So we kind of rescheduled to November 30th. We thought it was that we give the people some time to recover. We did a lot of assessment and some amount of due diligence. We kind of get the vibe of the place, and we did I done a little survey amongst the persons who want to participate. We did some surveys at the communities around. At one point, we were thinking about a cancellation, but then by overwhelming consensus, the person said, listen, we're going to need this event to happen. So what we basically do, Robert, we kind of, your birthday is the 2nd of November, mine is the 3rd. We have some other persons who would have been celebrating with us who had birthdays around that time. With the current environment, we kind of change the tone of the celebration a little bit. It's now more of a live celebration, and we kind of find that befitting, especially with the current climate and what is happening across the country. Fortunately for us on the Ocho side and on the eastern side of the island, we were not hit as badly as some of our countrymen and women on the western side. So luckily we have a situation where we got hit at the venue, but we are in the process of doing a cleanup, and we are pretty sure that we'll be ready for that date. We're watching the situation with the electricity. But if electricity still hasn't been returned to the area, we have some contingencies, getting some generators and some plants to use. But we're kind of pretty sure that the area will be very much ready for host people on that day.
So all of the activities that you had planned for November 2 will be back?
Definitely, man. Everything that we have, we have kind of added some additional elements to the celebration.
Then tell me about the additional.
Yeah, man. As I say, we kind of move the tone to a live celebration, and with what is happening with the current state, we see a lot of outreach happening. So on that day, we'll also be doing a lot of outreach. We'll be handing out gift care packages to persons affected. But we have engaged with our sponsors that we had on board already. We have gotten some additional sponsorship from some persons to facilitate this. So we're extending, as I said, we're changing the tone of the thing. It's a little bit more sober.
Yeah.
We're still going to be doing everything.
You're toning it down.
Yeah, we're toning it down.
But you're not toning down the football vibes, though.
No, the football is still going to be there. The food is still going to be there. We still going to play some tune, and all of the selectors who were booked for the event, luckily for me and for the promotion team, are still available for the 30th. So it's going to be a similar vibe, but it's a little bit more sober. We are very much we are aware of what is happening in the country. And you know, we as I said, that's why we have to add the decision to kind of add that element. Additionally to Robert, our promotion team and I have we met and we came up with a decision, because last week Sunday I did a little tour of Westmoreland with a group of us handing out some care packages. And actually I'm just coming from Westmoreland as we speak. Last week Sunday I went west, further west, Little London, Grange Hill.
Roger was on that side too, you know.
Yeah? Yeah, man. I saw a lot of persons, and it's heartwarming what we see happening in terms of the assistance coming in from Jamaicans for Jamaica. We see people on the ground, you know, helping people in need. Today I left Ocho and I went to Westmoreland and I went in the other direction. So I went to places like White House, Eastern Spring, New Works, and those things. And the devastation is equally, as heart-wrenching as on the other side of Westmoreland. There's a lot of need here. I saw places where we know we had like 5 houses on one stretch, and all 5 houses are flattened. Now, Mr. Flattened, flattened beyond recognition that you couldn't even recognize that there was a house at the spot. So there's a great need for assistance in terms of housing. So what my promotion team and I had we come up with, we decided that part proceed, and we have actually come up with a percentage. So it's a part proceed from the event in terms of profit. We're gonna buy some material. I have spoken to persons from the sporting fraternity. When I say sporting fraternity, I'm talking about the sports calling fraternity.
Okay.
And what we have come up with is a plan that when we buy the material, we're going to go on the ground and we're going to try and assist at least one person with rebuilding their home.
Excellent.
And what we mean, we are taking it from the ground up. We are basically go up on the ground to do the physical work. And so, we had no choice, Robert. We do want to go on to Jamaica. That is only our little bit what we can do to try and help with, the rebuilding process. And the need is great, Virgin, and I hope the others can, reach out in a similar way, because trust me, those persons on that side of the island are definitely in need of a lot of help.
All right, so what I want you to tell us now is just remind us of the date, the time, and anything additional that you need to share.
All right, so it's still Pioneer Earth Strong celebration with a difference this time. As I say, it's a live celebration. It's going to be November 30th. And it's going to be at Echo Park, which is formerly Waterland, and that is on the St. Mary, St. Ann border. Everything that we had planned before in terms of food and things, we still start the event at 8 o'clock. We still have the big football games, including media persons. We still have that big game with the sports explosion and the sports death
against
the sports death all-star team, along with some other games. We still have cricket on the day also between, we have the Taki High School team that is going to be playing against the Lodge and some other teams from Myland. So all of that is still a part of the thing. And as I said, we have added the additional element of, sponsors and individuals will be handing out care packages on the day. And, as I said, we just stay cognizant of what is happening in our country, in the country to our brothers and sisters. So, we are doing our part to see if we can line the road a little bit. But we're still going to celebrate. And we know how Jamaicans are. Yes, Jamaicans are always looking out for a good party, a good time, especially in this time, in this environment. People have been kind of subdued and locked down in a sense. So I'm sure that there are persons who, and when I touch places like Mile and Gale, Tree Hills, and I speak to people, they're definitely looking forward to coming out and, being a part of this.
Pioneer, bless up yourself, We will be there as well.
Definitely, man. I want to give thanks to the IRFM crew for the continued support, Bridget. And, we're looking forward to hosting you guys. And, and just we want to make the best of the day. We want to make sure it's we want to make it a memorable day. And for those who will be coming out, we want to definitely make sure that when they come out, they will remember the day,
Bless up, Pioneer. All the best. All right. We'll talk some more about it, too.
Definitely.
All right. Give thanks. All right. That's Pioneer. Pioneer Earth Strong, November 30, rescheduled. All right, I think we're on to the break, so let us head to the break. The program brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. We go to the break.
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation.
The time on IRIE FM is
10:31.
Sunset Pharmacy has a second location at Shop Number 5 Unique Enterprise Complex in Orange Bay, Hanover. We offer discounts on all prescriptions, discounts for senior citizens, children, and on over-the-counter items. We accept all major health cards. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us or call 876-609-0354 or WhatsApp 876-231-1578. Sunset Pharmacy, where your health comes first.
Trying to mix up the original Norwegian Saltfish I could do any other region. When you want talk about saltfish, you know say the real one are the Norwegian. Hey watch out, hey looking at me food basket. You see me saltfish with a killer color lower anywhere you want it, and everybody don't a market. Then we tell you from you see the quality. You not be ask if I the original Norwegian. Saltfish I could do any other region. When you want talk about saltfish, you know the real one are the Norwegian.
Wanna move, wanna ready. Where's the daughter you travel with me today?
Make sure say red plate the pan it, you know. I'm not travel with you.
We have some money thing legit.
That's it. Red plate operators, it's your time to take the spotlight.
IRIE FM is giving all red plate operators a chance to win big in Red Plate Spotlight.
Just submit your red plate via a WhatsApp picture to 876-350-2838 and listen to IRIE FM Mondays to Fridays between 6 a.m. and noon, as well as between 7 to 8 p.m. Mondays and Fridays to hear if your plate will be announced to win at least $10,000.
Once announced, you will have 20 minutes to claim your winnings, which goes up by $10,000 every time someone fails to claim.
You don't have to submit your plate more than once, because once submitted, it remains a possible candidate for every draw until drawn.
No name, phone numbers, or address needed. Only red plate pictures required. That's Red Plate Spotlight this and every weekday, and twice on Mondays and Fridays on the nation's #1 IRIE FM. Red Plate Spotlight is brought to you by
Tiles R Us Limited, Banners Valley, St. Elizabeth. For tiles, tools, every household fixture, call 965-1896. Tiles R Us. Tad's Record, celebrating Jamaica 63 compilation. Stevie Face, the ultimate reggae experience.
It's amazing how you knock me on my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Nobody ever made me feel this way.
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation.
The time on IRIE FM is
10:34. Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio IRIE FM. It is now 10:35 as we take the turn for home. Remember, Mr. Producer, we have any voice notes? We can hear them now. Roger.
Yes.
So Pioneer made the trek to man, but the both of you never link up down at West at all. But that's where I go.
No, maybe you remember there are plenty communities down
Yeah,
that
yeah,
side.
whole heap of place down there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. So earlier we were talking about the reggae boys, and I was saying that I have no issue with the Trinidad part of it because I just think them going to get the job done. But the coach announced the squad on Saturday.
Which coach? Which coach? The Jamaican coach?
Yeah, man. Steve McLaren. And included a new left back, Henry, into the squad. He should be in Jamaica probably now, looking to head off to Pika to, get his Jamaican passport.
It looks like a little longish termish arrangement though.
Yeah, but he's planning to have him available to play on Thursday if he gets through with his documentation before the team before the team leaves for Trinidad tomorrow. And if it doesn't work out for the game on Thursday, he's still looking to have him for the game next Tuesday. We're kind of wondering, a new player at this time. What do you think, Bona?
Well, in terms of that is an ongoing thing in terms of, you'll always want to see players who you think would have a long shot of making a team if, we move forward. So I really have no problems, trying to, as a coach, the coaching staff would try to fit the puzzle in the right way, because each game now will be even more crucial than the next, and than the last actually. So, that's just my take. We'll see, but I don't think he would play this game though. Maybe is a looking at him for maybe the last game and beyond. Fitting him in now to see what can be done. I know that maybe our players, with the exception of maybe Mount Pleasant, because they were actively engaged in the Caribbean Cup. We would have had players at a certain fitness level, and so on. So, you want players now who can come down and just hit the ball running immediately in terms of
all right,
in terms of fitness and so on.
As you talk about players who can hit the ground running, there are some players who would have hit the ground running a long time ago, the past players. So we're going to be speaking with Richard Bowen now, because that function that was to have been held recently with regards to the past players has been rescheduled, and it is coming up pretty soon. Richard, how are you? Good evening.
I'm fine. How are you? I'm outstanding and improving. Your volume is a little low. I'm hearing you kind of low, but
everybody's saying that I'm sounding low. I don't know what
you're sounding
collision
low.
are going with over the other side.
For instance, when the commercial is playing, you hear it good, but once it comes over to the studio, it gets a little low.
All right, collision.
We can navigate through it.
All right. Okay, so Richard, the event now has you have a new date, and tell us all about it.
All right, so the new date is now December 5th, Friday, December 5th, right? And the previous date was November 25th, but that couldn't happen. October 25th, that couldn't happen. So the new date is December 5th, Friday, December 5th. Everything stays the same. It commences at 7:30 p.m. with cocktails at 6:30 p.m. The ticket, again, is $8,000, right? And it's in the fundraiser for the past players. With that, you also have an opportunity to win a weekend for two with our host sponsor, which is the Grand Excelsior Hotel, who has been very kind to be hosting us for this year and the next 4 years thereafter.
Good.
So we have a home where the event is being held, for the past players. They themselves, Roger and Robert, have President Oxford and some of that couple of past players have also lost additionally because of Hurricane Melissa. So it has hit all of us in different spheres, as when you saw that hurricane. But we're back up and running. So as I said, the Grand Excelsior Hotel in here. Other sponsors is the same ones, the New Butter Supplies. A company called Memories Hometown Media. You probably know that. Very, very, very good sponsor. Now we do marketing. And the voice, as I call it, Dwight Fraser. Our guest speaker remains the same, Mr. Julian Robinson. And Julian will be speaking on the sports strongness. Him and his father have written many books, not only in track and field, but also in cricket and dabble in football as well. One of the big thing is our honorees. Last year we'd have had 3 big honorees. This year we have 2. Last year we'd have had, Deuce Bell, Fred Green, posthumously, and Michael Tulloh. This year we have the great Alan Skin Cole, posthumously, and George Adolphus Henry himself. We're also going to be having, a certificate of appreciation, and there's a surprise there, right? Well, people that you know for Horton and Roger. Yeah? And we're adding some content to it. Because, as you guys may know, I don't know if it's partial, on December 5th as well, at 12 noon, the World Cup group draw will be done in Washington. So what we're going to be doing is to take that and replay that at the function during the dinner hour.
Okay.
Right. And,
That's if Jamaica win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw. But if I sent out a press release again today, I think Roger would have got it. Let's be optimistic that we'll take care of this stuff on Thursday, and don't wait until Tuesday, right? So let us be optimistic. And it would be a great feel-good addition for us to replay that function, that group draw at the function itself. Because it's 12 noon, and we are going through all our things here in Jamaica. So a lot of persons are not going to be able to see it. And that's why they're going about their daily things and hear, Jamaica draw this, and we draw that, and we draw in terms of the group draw itself. So we are looking forward for that as well. And we're very excited about it. What I love to do is for tickets, you can call myself at 214-7437 or President Oxford at 314-0651. And we also want to again thank IRIE FM. I'm a type of person. My firm, Naruto Market, try to do nothing without IRIE FM. You guys are excellent in your delivery and in your loyalty and your execution. So we want to thank you guys very much.
And just to remind the listeners that we're talking about the Past Players Association's awards banquet.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, man. So all is in place and looking good for December. December 5.
In place and looking good
for December 5.
For December 5. Friday, December 5.
Yeah, man. Richard, thanks again and all the best.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Roger.
Looking forward to it.
All the best to you, guys.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just to remind our listeners again, the numbers you can call us. We have some time now. We can call us 974-5043, 974-5051, 974-5079, 618-0352, toll free 888-991-4150. All right, so let us check back with our YouTubers, hear what I'm saying. Andrew Campbell said, big up the Irish Sports School, we love you. That is the man from Virginia. Okay. Herman Leila is saying, action is suggested as the only cure for grief. Now sit down and wallow in self-pity. Action, we say. I guess he's talking about the football competition, right?
Yeah, and one other thing, is that when you think about the actual devastation down by West, it's hard to think that a lot of the players, every single player on those teams are okay. In terms of their own family situation and so on, based on the destruction down that side. You'd want to think that, a lot of these players are also scarred psychologically based on, what would have happened, in terms of even their own households and so on. So, you spare a thought for these players as well from a psychological point of view,
Right, hold on to the Roger. I think we have a time signal. Let's take the time signal and come back. We do have? All right, let us continue. Yes, go on, Roger.
Yeah, man. So we're saying that, some of these players, you'd have to spare a thought for some of these players who would also have been impacted.
Directly to some of them.
Yeah, yes. So let's see. But as Hector said, and you'd want to think that he might be speaking on behalf of all the schools in the West in terms of wanting to ball roll.
True.
You know, ball up and running.
All right, let us go to the phone line.
Yeah.
I think we have a caller. Caller, good evening.
IRFM.
Bless up, buyer.
You know the
Why
time, so we have to speak with mine. We already know the program Ghana League, and we're looking more World Cup and Ghana League. So 2 quick topics, because
Oh, you manage with the hurricane, you know?
yeah,
Everything all right?
that's just our 7-4 my touch sport. Well, I'm gonna be talk honestly, and I'm gonna represent God Almighty.
Eh?
Yeah, I represent
Spokesperson for
Him.
God.
Yeah, I
Yes.
represent.
Yeah.
A very important question you ask. So I live in St. Catherine, where the listeners may know, and I'm from Spanish Town. We were destroyed but not dismantled, but we did not get the full effect. So despite we were flooded out, despite we were out of water, we have a lot to give God thanks for.
I tell you.
Because when I look at, you know the names, the Westmoreland,
The Western
St.
Bear from
Anne's.
Trelawney, got up.
Yes, the Western. It's like, it's a reminder of Haiti, but not being by hurricane, by poverty. Yeah. So honestly, there's no words can explain more than, despite it affect me, I'm giving thanks, and I'm giving thanks 1,000 ways.
Yeah, forgive thanks, man.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah, wholly forgive thanks, sir.
Yeah, and tonight, when it comes on to St. Catherine, I want to say, give God thanks. We deserve a prayer service, a public prayer service. We actually take away sports from my mind mentally. But you know, IRFM, and we say our family, the only radio station can tangle our bungalow. And when you come on to poor people, I would always triangle. I mean, like how now go through, right through the hurricane and deal with the poor people.
Yeah, man, we're not itch.
Yes.
Anywhere.
So tell me something about it. I mean, how any plans going, bearing in mind what have happened in terms of the passing of the storm. I mean, things actively up and running for any activities down that side of Walks Road leading up to the holiday.
Well, I think Brunswick Avenue, well, Torpedo still done trading, Torpedo microloan, they have done a lot. They have done a lot going forward in terms of assistance to the western side. That's on my behalf where I could talk about. And in regarding St. Catherine, they are trying to pick up. Brunswick Avenue Walks Road, we have a major water problem. I have seen the MP busy around. You know, I have, based upon who I am, I don't really go politically, but I have seen Miss Natalie Nita Headley, I should say, busy around. So, I can't give any complaint, but more than there is one thing is up above everybody. I got to give God thanks because enough people don't understand the storm. What's going in a hurricane? Because Gilbert was category 3 and we were come through the 14th parish. No, and he says category 5. But God guide us to the western side, but the western side is like is the 14th parish. So no people don't understand the difference. We want to give God thanks and we want to give the praises to people like IRFM, not only where I work or who I associate with. IRFM is my first priority tonight. Yes, and I'm speaking from my heart. And actually, IRFM tonight on the topic that you reach my heart with, it let you hit away the West Indies topic. I don't know what I'm do. And the other topic that will take up our time in this critical moment is that we're not going to need Greenwood anymore in our career. We don't think so. Then it's going to turn up to this
Greenwood
weekend.
waiting, man.
I don't.
So you mean?
Well, guess what?
So would you accept him after the team has qualified?
Wait like Marcus Gale and them, man. Frank Sinclair and them.
So I'm saying, would you accept him after, if you have qualified for World Cup, would you accept him?
Of course.
No, I would not, because he do not play no role. And maybe he take a spot, maybe he take a representative of a person that
I believe in him playing on merit. If he merits a place, then we invite him in. But the thing about it, the thing about it,
hold on. Let me finish my sentence, because the country are listening. Let's say we qualify for World Cup, which I do think we will. So after qualifying, you take Greenwood now, and let's say that position that he replace another player, that person, that player that he replaced, in mother and father only have one bedroom.
You're not selecting players based on how much bedroom they have.
Would you still choose Greenwood over that player who plays 6 World Cup qualifying games?
If he earns his place, because look at it this way, Bayer.
No, once you qualify for World Cup, he does not earn no place.
I don't think we're going to the World Cup just to play the first round, you know. I think we're going there to go as far as we can.
Are you saying we're going beyond the first round?
Eh?
Are you saying we're going beyond the first round? We're going to make it to the second round?
We're going to play to make it past the first round.
No, listen to my point.
So the best players that you can find, we will have them to take us past the first round.
After qualifying for the World Cup?
Yes.
After qualifying for World Cup, if you have a player named Joel Anderson that left RGD job, retired his job to play for Jamaica, and Joel Anderson scored 5 goals and put in the team at World Cup, would you X his position for Mr. Greenwood?
But if Greenwood qualifies in the team above him...
let's say him is the leading goal scorer for Champions League, you still do it?
Do you hear what I'm saying, Bayer?
I wouldn't do it. I would think I don't show me sign.
Bayer, you're not picking players for your squad based on what they have done before. You're picking
let's go back to 1998. Let's go back to 1998. If we have one of the greatest defender in the world playing at English League, just get his passport, but he said no to Jamaica at the time. Eventually he said yes after qualifying, and he's the leading goal scorer, the biggest defender in the world. Would you replace him for good?
I would only be selecting players on merit, not on emotion.
Can I say this to you, sir? All them say the liar will win out of Portland, will get cartel out of prison. All them say my greatest. He's not. You are the greatest. He's not the greatest. You are the greatest.
Why are you cruel, little Bayer? Bayer,
yeah.
If Andre Blake is our best goalkeeper now.
Yes, sir.
If tomorrow morning you find a goalkeeper better than Andre Blake, him may pick.
Better than Andre Blake in what terms?
Overall. In overall. That is going to be hard.
Better than Andre Blake overall, he would have been seen.
Yeah, but maybe him just available.
No, but it's a conjunction.
You think there's any goalkeeper in the world that is better than Andre Blake right now?
In the world or in the Caribbean?
In the world.
Yeah, man.
Like who?
For goalkeeper better than Andre Blake in the world.
Like who?
Don't make me go there, man.
All right. Make me say Tom Stokes is the best goalkeeper in the world right now. If tomorrow morning you find out that him can represent Jamaica, you wouldn't pick him in high side?
No.
So you say no?
No.
As much as you love Andre Blake, you're going to want to pick the goalkeeper.
Different type of question. I allow you to ask. Can I ask you a question on behalf of the sports fraternity?
Yeah, man.
If a farmer plant 1,000 yam, you would have selling grandson and never sweat yet go reap it.
A different something that.
It can't different.
Yeah, man, a different something that. Remember my mantra is. Remember, Bayer, my mantra
is. Let me catch up the public where we're from.
Yeah, well, I am saying that my thing is.
If Greenwood did not play in a qualified game, he's not eligible to represent Jamaica at World Cup.
No, but that is not how the eligibility rule goes.
You're talking the rules are dedication.
No, but you are selecting players based on what you think would be, I would say, it's emotion.
You remember
Because
what,
you want to
Robbie Earl
penalize him
comment
for not
after
making
scoring that?
himself available
You remember what his
during the
Robbie Earl
qualifying
comment after
stage.
scoring that goal?
Eh?
You remember what his Robbie Earl comment after scoring that goal?
You know what? That's a history, man.
Tell the country when say, man.
That's a history lesson we are dealing with now.
We have the 18-year-old and know it.
That was a different time.
You see why I say you're greater than the Portland liar.
Bayer, if you are going to
sir.
select players for my national team now, they must
Yes, sir.
merit them players.
Okay.
They must
Let me
merit them players.
All right. Let me give you a little touch of degree in terms of agreement. Mr. Green would qualify for my team long time based upon his talent and who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just as Leon Bailey, you cannot have a Jamaica team without Leon Bailey. But Mr. Greenwood hasn't shown the interest.
No,
look how we reach out to him and he said that at this moment, family reasons.
Listen me, Bayer. We have 2 minutes left, but listen to this. Greenwood, I don't really think him want to diminish or exalt him opportunity to play for England. So, like any chess player, him going to stretch it out till as far as him can. You understand?
If I tell about that dream one night.
Hold on. A lot of players who play for Jamaica now, including Leon Bailey, never really want to play for Jamaica, you know. But guess what? This is the choice them have now. The only choice.
Leon Bailey is a person that influenced Gray, and I hope that Gray will be physically
that
ready.
is what. Yeah, that and I'm sure, and they have said that.
And I hope that he will be physically ready for the chosen for the World Cup squad because we're gonna make it to the World Cup.
Bayer, remember, there was a time when Leon Bailey's connection was saying that they were talking to the England coach because he was putting his interest there because of what was happening in Jamaica.
Then if I might pick the would I want him put him interest, that's first, the cash for part.
But when it reached the stage where you don't have no option but Jamaica, you will
choose Jamaica.
You will only be able to choose Jamaica. That is where Greenwood is now.
That is where Greenwood is now. But him still don't choose Jamaica.
Yes, when him have no other chance to play for England, at Jamaica him go run to.
But him still don't choose Jamaica with too much to go.
No, not too much to go. We have a World Cup to play.
Yeah, no, I mean, with too much to go. World
that
Cup
is a qualifying stage.
World Cup gonna give you statistic and ranks and recognition by your color. And your color will come through recognition by Bob Marley and just say Bolt and Alan Steele Cole. And you come and inherit all of them things and you don't sweat in a one little game where it crawled up away.
We're going to pick players on merit.
But I'm going to leave a quiz with you. It's not the charge where Milan why England don't choose him, you know. I regret him.
It's what?
It's the name.
The name?
Yeah.
What about the name?
It's just a pity him father never named Redwood.
I agree, no problem.
Good night. Save the 1 minute.
All right. Bless up yourself, Bayer.
1 minute left for my son.
It's not if it was Redwood, but it unfortunately is Greenwood. Oh boy. All right, so we've come to the end of the program for tonight, you know, Roger. That's to say, thanks to our viewers on YouTube, Holy Pauno. Jermaine, bless up yourself. Want to say thanks to the president of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, ISA, Mr. Keith Wellington, coaches Peter King, Vassal Reynolds, Hector Wright, thanks for being a part of the program. Pioneer, thanks for being a part of the program as well. And of course, Richard Bowen. And as I said before, special thanks to those who were listening. You might not have participated, but as a listener, you were participating as far as I'm concerned. Thanks for sharing the last 2 hours with us. We look forward to being with you back next week, same time, same place. And I want to also say very special thanks to our technical operator, DJ Collision. Long day for your collision, but I saw it go. Our graphics, social media coordinator, Peter Bradber. broadcast assistant Shaquille Gale, and of course our producers Wade Brown and Dwight Fraser. Thanks again to everybody. We look forward to being with you again, same time, same place next week. My name is Robert Williams.
And I'm Roger Haspel.
The program came to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974-3370. Good evening.
Reggae radio station, rocking